of all the stuff you're achieving on the daily. You guys, sorry that it is so dark. We don't have the sunny mornings from summer anymore, which is so annoying. So welcome back to the YouTube. Today I'm going to be filming a little day in the life. Now it's honestly not going to be that exciting. It's probably going to be more yapping at you again. I don't really have much exciting updates until I start with my new coach, to be honest, which will be next week at some point. So yeah, I don't really have anything exciting, and also today is actually a quiet check-in day. So Thursdays are always my quiet. I actually have no check-ins on a Thursday, so it's like my little day off during the week, although I've obviously got messages. I do midweek messages with clients as well, just to make sure everyone is okay. Got a few things that I want to do, and I've also got a social media call at 11 with the amazing Alt Social Co. We had a call about 8 to 10 weeks ago now, just about kind of like the business, the branding, stuff like that. So I am really excited to see what she has got in store for me. So obviously I love making content, but I was just I just needed a little bit of direction and a little bit something. So yeah, I'm very excited. So keep your eyes peeled on social media for what is coming, as we're kind of going down 3 different routes, 3 different things. So that is kind of the final, like the kickoff call for it, which is going to be super exciting. So what I'm going to do is take you through my leg session and kind of like my morning routine, which you guys all know. But it is officially day 1 back in the gym after my deload. I had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off the gym, and I was only meant to do 8,000 steps, but I done 15,500 yesterday and 15,000 on Tuesday. But I have 2 dogs, and I had my niece and nephew stay over on Tuesday, so they're obsessed with the dogs, so we took them out for a walk. So you know, it's kind of hard when you have dogs to have low steps, and also this gorgeous autumnal sun has made me want to go outside. Now I don't know if it would have made that much of a difference to my legs, to be honest. I feel like my legs actually need, like, because of what's going on with them, they need the movement, like blood pumping around them, and also I have been having some sciatic pain, so actually for me to be sat down stationary all day is not ideal. So I don't think it's done me any harm, to be honest. I'm going to go back in today. I've got legs, I've got glutes and hamstrings, which makes really sad. I've got to do hip thrust on Smith machine and not at the glute drive in Forge. But anyway, I'm going to do it first so I can get it out of the way, because I hate it. I absolutely hate hip thrust. So I'm going to go do that, but I'm not going to take it heavy. Just going to go in, almost just get a pump on, because what I don't want to happen is I completely mess myself up for the rest of the week, because on a normal week I train Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I've still got today, tomorrow and Saturday to train, and I don't want to just completely ruin myself because I've got legs, upper legs, and I hate my Saturday session. I don't hate it, it's just by that time of the week it's very mentally taxing and physically taxing. Now obviously I won't be feeling like that because I've had like the start of the week off, but I still don't want to take it too heavy today because I don't want to injure myself. I also don't want to end up having, you know, really sore legs again after being put on a deload for that reason. Like I said, still a little bit achy, but you know, I think that's just part and parcel of having my varicose veins or whatever the hell it is. Also, why Thank you to my business management teacher for making me speak like this. I'm so full of expression. I don't know. For talking, it's an absolute joke, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I say, I don't really have a busy day at all, and I'll probably do some deep cleaning and getting ahead for the weekend, because I work Fridays. I've got check-ins on Saturdays and I've got check-ins on Sundays. So Saturday is a quieter day, but I still like to almost get ahead for the week today, and then I do my food shop tomorrow morning, and then it means like my weekend is kind of just like any time that I get to myself is for myself and not having to organise and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go do that. Let's see if the gym is busy. Let's see how my leg session goes. Hopefully there won't be tears. I feel mentally recovered though. I do feel mentally recovered. I feel so much better than I did, you know, the last couple of weeks, and I've got some exciting things coming up in the next few weeks. I can't wait to start with Chloe. Can't wait. So yes, let's get cracking, girls and boys. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I sat down on the sofa to eat my oats. I can't get back up. This is why I do not sit down first thing in the morning, other than at the kitchen table. Ooh, she's tired. Anyway, I'll give you an update. So I had my gym session. I didn't go in with any expectations. I just had fun, done my normal workout, and I think I just aimed for weights like 10 kilos lighter, apart from split squats, RDLs. Yeah, I aimed for normal weights for them just because I knew I could probably do that. But the kind of isolation movements, which is where I get some pain, I just took it a little bit lighter. I took lighter in hamstring curl as well, because that's where my veins are kind of sore. And then I went for my morning walk, which was delightful, voice noting friends, which is literally the only time of the day that
a really voice note. But I did get my nails done on Tuesday, very autumnal, and I got my brows done yesterday. And I said to Liv last night, I was like, they are the best brows you've ever done on me. And even Ian said it first. He was like, your brows are the best they've ever looked. And I was like, I know, right? So I said to Liv, and then she was like, oh yeah, I did try a new hybrid tint on you, but I didn't tell you. And I was like, oh, well, I like it, so let's keep on using it. So yeah, they are stunning. Now I'm gonna get up and tidy. I've got loads of washing, which I'm gonna show you. I put it. Does anyone else just not hate this time of the year? Put my washing out yesterday. I put loads of washing on because I was like, I've got time to do it, so I'm gonna get it out. Our garden, it gets the sun quite well in summer. Like I can't describe it. It gets the sun sometimes. In the winter, oh my god, like I don't even know why I put it out. Like I literally don't even know why. And then like in the afternoon I had my clothes horses out like at the front door, but I live next to a main road, and I was like, oh, this is so tacky, like everyone can see my washing, but I was like, it needs sunlight on it. But anyway, I took it in, and then I've like hung it over doors and stuff like this, like, and I have a dehumidifier, and I did use it for some of the clothes, but only for like 2 hours or something. And we were going to put the fire on last night, but then we had to go and get the car and then take the dogs out, and by that point it was like 6:30. I was like, I'm going to bed in like an hour, so didn't actually put the fire on. But I think it's all dry. But like, this is literally what we're dealing with. Is there anything more unaesthetic in your house than clothes hanging everywhere? And we've not got a massive house, like we don't, like the living room is big, but when all the shit's in it, it doesn't look that big, and it's just there's sheets hanging everywhere. First world problems, you know, shouldn't be moaning about it, but you girls who like a clean home probably get me. So I am gonna go sort all that out and then go for a shower, get ready, because I don't really get time off at the weekend, so I actually like to make the most of this time off and not feel guilty for it, because I feel like I need to be go all the time. And I'm still working client messages and stuff like that, but it's not like demanding as in check-ins, and I can actually have a little bit of time to myself, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. I got my call with Amy at 11, and then I'm going to wrap that up, have my meal 3, and then I will go uptown for a little wander and get my steppies in, and then I'll take the dogs out in the afternoon. So yeah, I've not got loads and loads to update you on, but I am gonna chat a little bit about kind of like mindset, random things, because I feel like I get asked a lot of questions, repetitive questions in, you know, check-ins and stuff like that, because obviously every girl is like learning and it's a journey and stuff like that, and they ask how I deal with certain things. So I am going to do a little bit about that, and yeah, I'm going to touch on that so that YouTube is more of a comfort but also a little bit of educational content. So yeah, let's get ready. I'm gonna try and peel myself off this sofa. Actually, while I've got you here, and I've actually not got my supplements in their little organizer, wasn't organised, I'm going to run you through my supplement routine. So I actually have quite a lot, so let me just get them all. So first of all, I have got kind of like general well-being. I do take quite a lot of supplements, but honestly, I cannot fault it whatsoever. What have we got here? So, I don't know if you can see that. Right. We've got a lot. So, first up, I take glutathione, which helps reduce oxidative stress in the body. Now, I've not been ill since taking this. I take 4 supplements a day. It is pretty expensive, but some of my clients also now use it, the girls that get ill quite a lot. When they've been ill, it's not been as bad as it has been before, and I literally swear by it. Vitamin C, I take 3,000 milligrams every day. I sometimes take 4,000 milligrams if I feel like I'm getting a cold. If I am getting a cold, well, I'll talk about that in a second. Getting ahead of myself. Vitamin D3 and K2, obviously vitamin D time of the year, guys. So when I am getting ill, I actually take 8 glutathione I double up on vitamin D3 and K2, and I take 4,000 or 5,000 vitamin C and 2 paracetamol and a good sleep, and it usually helps. I take flaxseed oil or omega-3s, just whatever. I was just trying that one out. Digest PharmaPro. So if you struggle with digestive issues, because protein is one of the hardest macronutrients to digest, this is like a pharmaceutical grade digestive enzyme. So it kind of works like pineapple and kiwi does, like they are digestive enzymes. I sometimes, mother needs to know this, I just feel like I need a little bit more sometimes. Especially now that I'm eating like more calories, more carbohydrates. Like more carbohydrates do make you go to the toilet, but I find that just kind of keeps everything regular. Ashwagandha Plus, so again, just reducing the cortisol levels in your body. I love this. I take 2 in the morning. I take a probiotic. I got this from Piping Rock, but I do actually want to try a new one. Magnesium by Glycinate. Honestly, this stuff. I actually take 6 of these a day. So I take 2 in the morning, 2 at lunchtime, and 2 in the evening. Now, this is like a go-to supplement. Everyone just thinks it helps make you sleep. There is so many other health benefits to it. Cell health, bone health, liver health, like so many different things. What I find it's really useful for is, so when I have it in the morning, you know, I'm way to start work, it's just like my daily supplement routine. After I finish a big work block at lunchtime, I'll take my Digest PharmaPro again with 2 magnesium and then have like my lunch break, and I just feel like I'm totally chilled out. Then I take this straight after my evening meal and then follow, because that's kind of like when I'm winding down. Then about an hour later, depending what time I'm going to bed, I take ZMG. Now I used to take Trained by JP Dream Sleep. Again, it's the kind of same idea. So this has got magnesium biglycinate in it as well, and estrogen as well. So this just kind of helps you sleep. So 3 capsules, 36 minutes before bed. My sleep has been amazing since incorporating this. I mean, it's always amazing with Dream Sleep anyway, but I just wanted to try something new, and I was ordering from Conte, so I was like, I'll just use a discount. Then I also take 5 milligrams of melatonin every night. Now, I probably should wean myself off this. I have taken it for 1.5 years now, and I don't really think you're meant to use it long term. However, my sleep is so important to me. Like, when I was in prep, getting up like 3 in the morning, getting like, 6 hours sleep every single day, I know it was really good quality sleep. So these 2 for me, I just can't let go of. Like, my sleep is so important. So that is my supplement routine. And I've also started taking, which I'm unsure, I think might be why I'm in pain with my legs. I don't know. Trial and erroring these 2 herbal supplements. So I got all my herbal supplements from Piping Rock. Diazomin and Gotu Cola. Now, doing some research, these are herbal supplements for varicose veins, blood circulation, blood flow. So obviously varicose veins is like blood getting stuck, okay? Same with lipodemia as well, so trying to help that circulation in the body and in the legs. Now, I take 2 of these every day, and it's funny how the pain and like the burning sensation from my veins is happening since taking these, and I just wonder if it is because it is really trying to help my circulation do its job and move along the body and the veins. But I'm not taking them out. I wanted to try them for at least like 1 full month or 3 months and see how they look and feel, but maybe it is just the process that it's going through. I don't know why I'm waving these in the air. So yeah, that's my supplements. So don't forget to take your supplements, and you can organize them in a supplement holder, but I forgot this week. You can get these from Amazon. I've got lots linked to my Amazon storefront as well, so do not forget to take your supplements, especially in the winter. In regards to like pre's and stuff like that, I take a pump product. I take Rhydon from HR Labs. I do sometimes alternate between that and Conte Mega Pump, but I've actually run out and I've not ordered from Conte. I like to just do a big order. I take Defib by HR Labs, which is a stim pre-workout. I take Pit Stop Nutrition, Rise and Shine, which is a nootropic formula. I take Trained by JP Collagen. I take creatine from Conte. I take Hydroflow from Conte, and I also take glutamine as well, and that is everything in my supplement drawer. So supplements are there to supplement your routine. You don't necessarily need them. However, I do recommend the general well-being ones. So honestly, if you're a female, magnesium, like seriously,
because when we bleed, we lose a lot of magnesium on our cycles. A prebiotic, omega-3 of some form, you know, vitamin C, D3K2 is the ones I'd recommend if you're not wanting to spend too much money on supplements. It can be a pricey game to get into, but I don't go out, I don't do, like, this is my life, so I don't mind spending money on supplements, because I do truly think, like, I used to be someone who's ill all the time. Like, I used to get tonsillitis all the time. A lot of it probably was down to my lifestyle, my diet, the way I looked after myself, which was minimal. So, you know, it's not necessary, but vitamin C, omega-3, like a high quality omega-3, D3K2, magnesium biglycinate. That would be my ones if you're not wanting to invest too much on supplements, but you want to improve your overall health and your immune system. That would be the ones that I would recommend. So I realised I've never covered that before, so now is the time. So I've just put all of them away, and I actually need to take them all out again because I need to take them. And I also broke so I had a 2.5 litre bottle, a plastic bottle that I used to fill up every day. I used to have it twice a day, so I knew I was drinking 5 litres of water every day, and I'd just fill up this, but I smashed it. I was in the gym and there was like a trail of water behind me, and I was like, where's that coming from? And then I realised it was my bottle. So I'm trying to keep track of drinking water in this, and I'm like, it gets like 12 p.m. I'm like, how many have I drunk? And I'm logging it in my notes, but I don't put time on it, and yeah. It's a relevant story, really. But hope you liked my supplement routine, and hopefully it helps. If you've got any questions, ask me, let me know. I've tried lots in the market. I do also believe in investing in your supplements. I know Insight Sups do good ones. There is Pit Stop Nutrition, Conte, Trained by JP. You know, if you actually look on the ingredients of some of them when you go to like Holland & Barrett, which you pay an absolute arm and a leg for, by the way, not actually got a good dosage in them, whereas you can get like 180 capsules of high quality vitamin C for like £11, which is going to last you for absolutely ever. So yeah, hopefully that helps anyone. So I'm going to go reply to client messages, and then I will get ready, go for a shower, and I'm actually going to walk along for a sunbed, because I said in my last vlog that I was going to go for sunbed, and then I said I'd go the next day, and then I said I'd go the next day. It's now 3 days later and I've still not been, so I need to go because I'm looking very pale. Okay, we are back, and it is peeing down rain, so my sunbed plans have been put to a halt because I'm sorry, I'm just not walking to the sunbed when it's raining outside. I think it's meant to stop, so I will go later. But I'm using this opportunity to, as I mentioned earlier, I want to touch on kind of like issues that the girls, me, you know, other people I speak to have run into when it comes to their coaching journey and kind of bettering themselves and losing weight or building muscle, whatever it is, okay? What I have noticed, we live in a world where everyone plays a victim, and that is going to be like so hard to hear. And even in therapy, they do tell you that you are responsible for your trauma. Like, you can sit and feel the victim for, you know, however long, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, and I can say this because I've had my own personal traumas in my life. Or you can flip it and be like, okay, what is this teaching me? Is it teaching me to be more resilient, more disciplined? Whatever it might be, it's maybe teaching you how to set boundaries or have more patience, you know? Rather than acting the victim and being like, oh, I can't get motivation, and oh, my friends pressured me into this, my friends told me to do that. No, you need to take responsibility for your actions. Mentality, why am I having a bad day? Why am I in a bad mood? Why is this happening to me? Why can I not get to the gym? You know, okay, right, let's flip the switch there. Are you doing any journaling? Are you expressing any gratitude? Are you actually looking for the positives in the day? Like, or are you just sitting there thinking, oh, my life's so shit and I can't do this and I can't do that? I have been there. I have been there. I have been in that victim mentality, and sometimes I do catch myself in these situations. I'm not going to lie. You know, shifting your mindset is a very powerful thing, and it does take time. And even, you know, even when you're fully in a strong mindset, you do have days, which you would have seen from my last vlog, that you do struggle. But I think it's one of those things where it's like, no, you have the power to take control of your mindset. You have the power to stop being the victim. You have the power to make your own decisions. Let's actually try and switch your brain to a positive bias. So wake up in the morning, express gratitude for, you know, whatever you've got around you or something that happened the day before, what you're looking forward to for the day ahead, and get out of that kind of like negative mindset, because I'm sorry, but no one's going to feel sorry for you. Like, and I've learned that the hard way. You know, sometimes maybe like an ex-boyfriend or ex-friend or whatever, you can talk about your stuff all day long. And unfortunately, it does get to the point where that person you were telling, they can't really do much more to help you because you're not doing anything to help yourself. And it's the same with addiction and things like that. You know, if someone is an alcoholic and you're trying to help them, if they don't want to stop, you can't do anything about it. You know, you can try and you can help, but there's only so many times you can try. So you need to stop, you know, being in that victim mentality and actually think, okay, right, I've been through this and I'm feeling a bit of a funk, but what is this teaching me right now? What is this teaching me? Okay, this is maybe teaching me that not every day is a great day, and that's okay. It's how you go around your days thereafter that make you into a more resilient and disciplined person. And I always think when something happens to me, I think, okay, what is this teaching me? And I think that is a really positive and powerful flip on what could be a very bad day, a very bad week, a very bad mindset, you know, and it's just thinking like, okay, is it patience? Is it boundaries? Is it resilience? Is it organization? You know, things like that. You know, if you don't get up for the gym and you've snoozed 5 alarms, okay, right, what is that teaching me? I maybe need to get to bed earlier. And then don't sit around and think, I didn't get up for the gym, blah, 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 blah. Do something about it. And it's gonna, I'm holding your hand when I'm saying that, girlie. The next biggest thing I would say that I come across is, oh, but my mum and dad and oh, but my friends made me do it. You are a fully grown adult. You can make your own decisions. A big conversation that I have very much around, oh, but I've already been out on Friday and Saturday. I had an off-plan meal on Friday night, cake, coffee and cake on Saturday, and then my mum and dad made me have a roast dinner on Sunday. They didn't make you have a roast dinner, okay? Now, of course, you can still make progress and do these kind of things, but if you, with a fat loss phase primarily, you want to be in and you want to be out. You don't want to be in a fat loss phase for months and months and months and months and months and months. Sometimes, depending on where you're at in your journey, you do have to be in a fat loss phase with diet breaks, deloads, all that kind of stuff scheduled in your phases roadmap. But when it comes to, you know, if you're just an average person looking to shift, I don't know, 5 kilos, right? Let's just get in and get out of it again so you don't have to be in this fat loss phase for up to 6 months. So with the food and the social occasions and things like that, you know, what I tell the girls and what I have learned along the way, you can still have connection with people. You don't just have to eat with them to have a connection. We live in a world where we are classed as boring for not drinking, we're classed as boring for not having takeaways, we're classed as boring for going to the gym, or you have no life, or like the world is backwards when it comes to health and fitness. And obviously, like our parents, grandparents, etc., it's very kind of new to them. Like they're not used to that. So it is easy to be pressured into something, but you do not need to physically put food in your mouth to have a connection with someone. You can still either eat your meal before you go if you've already had your untracked meal for the week, or take your meal with you, or take a yogurt bowl, or I don't know, a snack, something like that with you that is within your macros, and still be present and still have a connection with them. It's not that deep. You don't have to be shoveling food in your mouth to be present and have a connection with them. You know, I can still do things. When I was in my photo shoot prep, I went down to my boyfriend's family's pretty much almost every Sunday. I took my yogurt bowl, still had a laugh, still joined in. I still made memories and I was still very present. You don't need to be doing the physical act of eating something to be present with your friends or family. Now, you know, it depends on what that is. I'm not saying you have to eat your macros 24/7. That is on the occasion that you've maybe had coffee and cake, a Chinese takeaway on Friday night, and then you get offered a roast dinner on Sunday. You know, that is going to take you into a massive calorie surplus depending on where you're at in your journey. So you have to have the power to say no. Does that align with my goals right now? No, it doesn't. The quicker I get out of this fat loss phase, the better. Then you can maybe, you know, enjoy 2 untracked meals a week and just kind of like 1 untracked and 1 tracked within your macros, if that makes sense. You know, it really just depends, but everyone is so weak. They don't want to say no. They think it's weird to say no. Actually, it's not weird. You are having self-respect for yourself by caring for yourself. You're also having self-respect for yourself for setting boundaries. That when you learn to say no, you get this power over you. You get like a really smug feeling that you are a powerful person because actually you can say no, and then that falls into lots of different aspects of your life. Don't want to go out with your friend that night because you're feeling really shit and you just want a duvet night? No. Say no. Like, everyone are very much people pleasers, and I used to be a people pleaser. Like, oh my god, the anxiety I used to get, like, I used to be really, really bad. Like, it would send me into an absolute panic attack, the thought of saying no to someone, and I would come up with some terrible excuse. And, you know, I hold my hands up and say that now, but nowadays I'm just like, actually, no, I don't want to do that night, or no, I can't manage that time because it doesn't fit within my schedule that makes me feel good. And of course, there is flex. You know, I will, if my friend that I've not seen in forever wants to meet at 7 p.m, I would be like, okay, yeah, that's fine, and I'll just move my times around. But, you know, I'm lucky personally that my friend group, they understand, and we are pretty much all gym girls, whereby we don't revolve our life around food. But I also have my in-laws who, you know, Ian's mum is a brilliant cook, and, you know, I join in their meals now, and I have done in the past. But when I was doing my photo shoot prep, it didn't feel weird to eat my own food. Like, it literally didn't. Like, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. You can still have connections and be present with your family members or friends and just have eaten before. Fat loss phase is primarily in and out. It's the same with that, you know, building muscle and things like that. Like, you know, I'm allowed 1 untracked meal a week right now, but obviously I've got a little bit more flex with my macros and things, you know, like I can have oat milk and not almond milk and all that kind of stuff. But I live like this because my long-term goals mean a lot to me. But you do have to be careful when you are in an when you are in a muscle building phase, that you're not taking those untracked meals to the absolute limit. You know, not 5 a week, not like 6 large Starbucks a week, because you are already in a surplus. So you're going to be in an even deeper surplus, which means you're going to gain a lot of excess body fat very quickly. And I've done that. I've been there, you know, got the t-shirt. I learned the hard way, girl, so please listen to me. What I would say is the power of saying no, and actually you can still be present and have connections with people. I reckon some people may disagree with me in this, but I don't care. It's a very taboo. I think it is taboo, to be honest, because we also live in a world on social media where it's very much, I can get you results without restrictions. And it's like, you do have to restrict some things, and that's just the hard truth. Like, that is just the harsh truth of it, that you do have to restrict some things. You can have untracked meals, you can have a takeaway if you want, you can have coffee and cake with your friends every single weekend, but if that turns into 2 or 3, then you are going to be in that fat loss phase for longer. You probably are going to lead to burnout a little bit quicker, because you're just thinking, oh, I'm in a fat loss phase, and you're constantly thinking about numbers and scales and da-da-da-da-da. Whereas if you just lock the F in for 12, 16, 20 weeks, get it done, you know, absolutely nail it, and then you can get out of it and you can have a little bit more flexibility. So that was an 8-minute ramble of me talking about the power of saying no. Like, really? God, it's not that deep. But that's the thing, it's not that deep. So the next thing I want to touch on is scale weight, progress, wins. Again, a very common occurrence of topic of conversation that I have every single day. Now, scales are a measure of progress, and no one can tell me different, okay? They are a measure of progress. They are not the be all and end all, okay? Depending where you're at in your journey, depending how much muscle mass you already have, the scales can be very different for everyone. What I want to touch on is, I have a conversation a lot, and it's very much, I'll be happy when, and I'm like, happy when? Think of all the stuff you're achieving on the daily. Fixing on the scales, it's the I'll be happy when I fit into. And it's like, okay, right, they are good, you know, measures of motivation and kind of pushing you to get to where you want to be, but you cannot get hung up on that. You cannot get hung up in that. I personally, for my photo shoot, I had a number in my mind, and that was just more like a personal number that I just wanted to drive towards. However, towards the end of my photo shoot, obviously with loads of different stressors on my body, I soon realised there was no way I was getting that number. Plus, I don't need to be stage lean for a photo shoot. Anyway, what people don't do is they get so hung up on the bigger picture, which the bigger picture is good, but in this instance, when you're in a fat loss phase, I want you to be thinking of the small wins. It's like, be proud every single day. Okay, this client started with me, never ran before, barely even exercised at all. You know, scale weight is dropping, lovely, lovely, lovely. There are, of course, some weeks where it fluctuates, and that's completely normal. Lots of education around that. And I always have to say, progress isn't just the freaking scale. You've run a 5K today. You've nailed 12,000 steps. You've had how many weeks of absolutely nailing your macros? Oh, you've bought holiday clothes and you are 2 sizes smaller. Oh, you've lost over 12 inches of your body. Oh, you've nailed your nighttime routine. Oh, you've drunk your water today consecutively for the last 6 weeks. Oh, you're doing things to de-stress. That is all measures of progress, and that is the wins that you should be celebrating every single day. Not, I'll be happy when I'm a size 6, right? No, because you're never going to be a size 6 in every single shop, are you? Zara, I'm looking at you. Zara, we know, and it's really funny because I have a lot of check-ins and it's like, oh, I fit into a size whatever from Zara, if you know, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. But you know what I mean? Like, you can't be chasing that I'll only be happy when. No, you should be absolutely buzzing with yourself right now and admiring yourself day to day of all the shit you are achieving. Like, it's, people just get far too hung up on the future of I'll be happy when. And it's like, I'm going to take me into an example right now. It's like, I'll be happy when my legs have absolutely no cellulite and when my varicose veins never come back. That's not fucking realistic. That's not realistic, okay? That's not realistic. And it's like, I'll be happy when I have wellness girl legs. Okay, so give me, what, 5 years and I'll be happy? No. I'm happy on the day-to-day basis because I'm doing something that is getting me closer to my goal. I express gratitude every single day for what I've got around me, my boyfriend, my amazing clients, my career, you know, my dogs, my roof over my head. Literally celebrate the day-to-day stuff. And it's even little things around, you know, my sleep routine. It's been better for sure because I've had my deload. I've been staying up a little bit later and I've had my niece and nephew here, so my sleep routine hasn't been what it usually is. However, last night took myself up to bed at normal time, got up for the gym this morning, and I was like, hell yeah, that feels really good. I feel like I'm back in the game. And it's celebrating all these little wins every single day and not focusing and not saying you'll only be happy when you are that size or you are that weight on the scales. Girl, you don't know if you're going to be that weight in the scales. I'm sorry, but you don't know. You legit don't know. Like, when I started my fat loss journey, you know, 3 years ago, I was very much like, okay, I just want to lose 10 kilos and I'll be happy. I soon lost 10 kilos and I was like, oh, hell no, I've got more to go. Like, I've got more in the tank here. And it ended up being 16 kilos initially. Like, you know, you literally don't know what weight you're going to be. I'm sorry, you don't know what weight you're going to be. Unless you have been a certain weight, but even then, loads of different things go into this. Age, hormones, like everything goes into it. So stop saying, I will only be happy when, and focus on the day-to-day, the small wins, the weekly wins, you know, any reflections, have your routine improved, has your sleep improved, all of that stuff. And actually think back to the person you were 6 months ago. Okay, what have you actually achieved since then? And think about that. Stop saying I'll only be happy when, because you should be happy that you're actually investing in yourself and spending the time and energy to make yourself better 1% every single bloody day. Okay? Another one you're gonna be sick of me talking about, that is perspective. If you sit there and say, oh, I have to train today. Oh, I have to do my cardio. There are people dying in the world. There are kids who do not have food in their stomach. There are women who are being put through all sorts of hell every single day in, you know, poverty countries, etc., 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 who would absolutely kill to be in your position. If you literally sit there and say, oh, I have to train today, get a grip of yourself. Like, get a grip. You are just being an absolute loser, okay? You should be so grateful you can move your body freely. You can be so grateful that you actually have the money to attend a gym. You should be so grateful that you've got the energy to have a good sleep and then go to the gym. Like shift your perspective, okay? And this is something I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. And I say this because I used to be like this. I used to make up every single excuse under the sun. Understand. I used to say, oh, I live 20 minutes away from a gym. I can't go. I can't be bothered. Like, loser vibes. So I'm saying this from a place of I've been there and I've done that. But, you know, this is the power of a mindset shift is, oh my God, I should be so grateful. I have working legs. I have working arms. I have a working brain. You know, I can actually move my body. I can push it to its comfort zone. I can get out for my evening walk. Stop the negativity. Please. Please, please, please stop the negativity, okay? Next thing is something following on from my last vlog, which I touched on about myself personally, is a lot of people struggle when they are thrown out of routine, which is hugely a very passionate topic for me. And I'm also one of those people. But however, what I have learned in this process and what I am, you know, currently doing and what I tell my clients is very much around, okay, you train 4 days a week, you're meant to be doing cardio 4 days a week, but you have 2 children and they are unwell and they, you know, need more, you know, neediness than normal, you know. If you physically cannot get to the gym, you know, your time slot in the day that you usually go, say you go in the morning before your partner wakes up or something like that to look after the kids, and your child was up all night being sick and maybe needs to go to the hospital, right? That is out with your control. You will have to miss that gym session, and it doesn't mean your whole week is messed up. Like, it literally doesn't. All you do is readjust and realign. Is that the start of the week? Can you maybe fit that gym session in towards the end of the week? If not, just give your other 3 gym sessions your absolute all if you can, and that is completely fine. It's not going to ruin your progress. I always say to clients who maybe can't attend the gym for whatever reason or whatever it might be, and I say, right, okay, let go, control what you can control, let go of what you can't control, and that is you can control what you put in your mouth, you can control your hydration, you can control your sleep. Sometimes can't control your stress levels, but you can do things to try eliminate those stress levels and make them a little bit more balanced. But literally let go of what you can't control. And it's the same if you're feeling pretty weak or pretty tired and things like that. If you work with a coach, explain that to them and we can kind of see how training is and stuff like that and potentially give you a couple of days off the gym. You might be feeling a little bit burnt out. But if you are still just, you know, one of those weeks, luteal phase, you're showing up and you're just going through the motions and you're just getting it done, right? If you only have 60% to give that week and you give 60%, you have given 100%. Because you ain't got 100% in the tank right now, girl. You've only got 60, but you've absolutely tried your best to give that full 60%, which means you've given 100. So stop being so hard on yourself. Like, it's literally, and obviously following on from conversations I've had with other people whilst I was, you know, in the trenches last week, it's very much like, this stuff's meant to be fun. Like, this is meant to be fun. It's not that deep. And yes, you know, your journey, like my journey is very important to me. My friends' journeys are very important to them, and my clients' journeys are very important to me. They're very important to them. However, not every single week is going to be perfect, and just accept it. Acceptance is honestly so important. It's like right now with you know, kids being on school holidays, I work with a lot of mums, and I'm like, right guys, just accept that your routine isn't going to be the same as it normally is. Do what you can, control your nutrition, get good sleep, make memories with your children, and that's it. That's all you do. Just accept it. And it's like me, you know, when I had my deload, it's like, oh, right, okay, like, you know, I'm feeling a little bit, what am I going to do? Like, I don't live in an area where there's loads of, like, wellness things to do, but I knew that I had a lot of stuff that I needed to catch up on, and I accepted, do you know what? I'm going to soak this up. I'm going to take the time off. I'm going to freaking enjoy it. And I went, you know, I woke up today and now I feel so much better. And it's just acceptance that your routine might not always be what you thrive in, but if you still try your best, that's fine. We get so caught up in like, oh, it's not the way that it should be and it's not the way that it should be. Right, take a step back, deep breath, talk about it, talk to your coach about it, and accept it, okay? Had a lot of deep conversations this week with a lot of girls that I know have been very, very, very appreciative. I have one client who was literally like, you are so right, like you're literally so right. And I'm like, I know. But yeah, just acceptance is honestly so key. But I think I've talked enough now. It's 9:37 in the morning. This vlog's probably already going to be about 50 minutes long. So I am potentially going to wrap this up here just to kind of be like educational and comfort, but it's still raining, so I'm probably not going to go for a sunbed. So I'm going to do some cleaning, just do some pottering, and then hopefully get for a sunbed. But I've got my call with Amy at 11, so I might just have to go this afternoon, but that's okay. Again, acceptance. Acceptance that my plan is ruined, but it's fine. We've got other stuff to do, so it's all good.